The Silsbee Tigers come into town for homecoming to take on those Jasper Bulldogs in a big time 9-4-8 football game. They've been playing football, ladies and gentlemen, since 1922. Oh, yeah, with the Silsbee Tigers and the Jasper Bulldogs putting on dramatic game after game. How can we forget? In 2022, Silsbee slipped past Jasper by scores 26-23. And oh, yeah, so many great legendary players, so many great legendary games. And this is going to be no different. Playoff seeding to try to get yourself set, to try to get a trip to Jerry's world. Who can forget all those games back in the 70s, all those games back in the 80s? If you were a player, how many highlights do you need? You remember getting ready for the Silsbee Tigers. It doesn't matter what their records are. It doesn't matter if they're both undefeated or the Silsbee Tigers come in with a record of 5-3 or the Jasper Bulldogs come in with an overall record of 3-5. It doesn't matter. A rivalry game. A rivalry game when the score can be changed at any minute. And all the controversial calls we remember down in Jasper. Was it a catch? What is not a catch? Oh, yeah. The fans are going to be ready. Will you be ready? Will you be there? It should be packed. Homecoming in Jasper. Will the Silsbee Tigers come into Jasper Bulldog Stadium, as I call the Big House, and shake things up on homecoming? Or will the Jasper Bulldogs continue to try to get that momentum after a win last week down in Shepherd? I don't know. The fans don't know, but we're going to be there. We want to see it, ladies and gentlemen. How can you miss it? It's going to be tailgating, but I'm almost sure once the game starts, everybody's going to put the barbecue pit down and they're coming in to watch that epic battle. It's been going on for years, ladies and gentlemen. I can remember some of the great players from the Silsbee Tigers that I played college football with, ladies and gentlemen. The bands, the cheerleaders, the fans, the coaches. Everyone's going to be ready. If you're from Silsbee, the town's going to be shut down. If you're from Jasper, everything around the town's going to be shut down because everybody is going to be at the football game. And oh, yeah, you know those Silsbee Tigers. They've got player after player after player. We all know Draylon Miller, but we've got our own. We've got Ty Anthony Smith, a former player who's at Texas Longhorns. We've got so many legendary players that have went on that have played in this classic rivalry, ladies and gentlemen. You remember those electrifying plays by the Jasper Bulldogs. Oh, yeah, he could go. He's gonna go. Will they stop him? Will they get? Oh, and he's tripped up. So many of those type of plays, ladies and gentlemen. So many deep passes, so many deep runs, so many big boom, so many big hits. Will you be there? I'm sure you will. The Silsbee Tigers, the Jasper Bulldogs. Epic games, ladies and gentlemen. Epic games. Every year, it's about playoff seeding. Even back in the 80s, ladies and gentlemen, when they only took one team, it was the biggest game on the schedule. We know all about the games with West Orange, Stark, and all of those teams, but no, sir, no, ma'am. There's nothing like the Bulldogs when they take on those Tigers. Doesn't matter where they play at. In the old doghouse, the old Alamo Dome, over in Silsbee downtown at the old stadium. I remember Quince Harris twisting his ankle and Baby Joe. Oh, we know Baby Joe, left-hand gunslinger, had to come into the football game to get the job done. I remember playing in the game, scoring a touchdown and getting up and dancing and twisting my ankle. Oh, yeah. How many of you out there who played can remember those games? Do you remember? What would you give to suit out for this game? The Jasper Bulldogs versus the Silsbee Tigers. Oh, yeah. We remember back in the day when James Harris and James Hadnot and all those guys and Oliver Hadnot and all those guys got to play in those games. Do you remember Tiger? You remember the quarterback for the Jasper Bulldogs, carry after carry. Do you remember Curtis Happer? Do you remember Cedric Happer? Do you remember Raphael Adams? Oh, yeah. Do you remember Steve McGinnis if you're from Silsbee? Oh, yeah. So many great legendary players. I can continue on. That's why after this show, I'm going to go and I'm going to do another show, a face-to-face talk with you so you can understand the importance of this rivalry. We all know about the game between P&D Indians and the Needham Bulldogs. They say it's the biggest rivalry. Well, if you're not from Jasper and Silsbee, you don't want to hear that. All you know is when the Tigers come to town, it's going to be a game. So I'm here to tell you, if you're a Jasper Bulldog, when they step off of the bus, you let them know they're not down in Beaumont. They're not playing Westbrook. They're in the big house. They're playing the Jasper Bulldogs, and our plan is to dismantle you. And if you're a Silsbee Tiger, when you step off of the bus, you let them know things haven't changed. It's just another year. We beat you 2 times in a row. We beat you here in Jasper, and we beat you out there on 69. Oh, yeah, in our beautiful stadium, we beat you there too. So things haven't changed. If we're a Silsbee Tiger, we're going to come into your house. We're going to grab your remote. We're going to get your popcorn no matter what you're doing, and we're going to watch whatever game we want to watch because we are the Silsbee Tigers, and we do not fear the Jasper Bulldogs. Let's go, Silsbee Jasper.